Hello, yogis. Namaste. Welcome to your restorative yoga practice. This is my full body relaxation class where the intention is just full peace. I've named this class The Soul Returns. The intention is to feel so good in your mind and body that it's like a hug for your soul. We'll start out today's class in a comfortable position. This might be seated. It might be supine, laying on your mat. Maybe you would like to take legs up the wall for this. Grabbing your props if you need them. Taking whatever micro adjustment you need to get nice and comfortable as we settle in for tonight's practice. And as you get nice and comfortable, begin to notice the breath. Not changing it just yet, not judging it. Simply being a witness, being present with it, noticing. As we attune to this present moment, you can set your own intention for tonight's practice. As we extend each inhale and exhale a little bit deeper, taking deep sips of oxygen into the lungs, and exhale, releasing completely. Taking a few breaths to cultivate this steady pranayama. And from here, I'd like to share with you a little meditation from the book Glowworthy by Katie Silcox. Begin by feeling the contact of the back of your body with the mat below. Feel the weight of your body, gravity, and its contact with the earth. Slowly, feel your attention moving from the front of your body to the back of your body. Feel the texture, the weight, and the sensations of the back of your body. Then bring your awareness to the top of your head. It may help to remember the last time you were in the shower or the feeling of being under a waterfall. Simply imagine that flow of water moving down the back of your head, the back of your neck, your shoulders, lower back, hips, and down to the back of your legs, all the way down to the soles of your feet. Over and over again, gently and without force, let your attention drop down the back of the body. Notice the thoughts and feelings that come and go, but keep on channeling your awareness to this waterfall-like flow. Back of the head, back of the neck, shoulders, lower back, hips, back of the legs. Keep repeating this downward flow cycle over and over. If it helps, you can coordinate it with an easy rhythm of your breath. Over time, this may become an effortless flow of energy and attention. You may also sense this back body channel opening up and allowing your mind to rest. And take a few more breaths here. And as you're ready, we'll make our way back to a comfortable seated position, or we'll bring the soles of the feet together, finding Bandha Konasana, butterfly pose. Taking a tall seat, hands can be on the heart, the belly, or maybe they would like to hold the feet. Focus remains on the breath. Next, inhale, arms come overhead, tall spine. Exhale, cactus the arms, little back bend. Inhale, back up. And exhale, palms melt through heart center as we start to hinge forward at the hips. Maybe you come down to your elbows as we send our breath to our hips. Next inhale, we're going to rise back up. And from here, we're going to gently straighten out the legs in front of us, finding Dandasana, staff pose. We can roll out the ankles, swoosh our feet from side to side, flex and point the toes. And whenever you're ready, we'll inhale, arms come overhead, tall spine. Exhale, reaching for your feet, putting a little bend in your knees if you need it. Letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we're going to rise back up, taking a breath here. And as you're ready, left foot comes to the inner right thigh. We'll inhale, arms come overhead, turn to the toes. Exhale, reaching for your right foot, letting your head hang. Deep breaths here. Next inhale, we're gently going to rise back up, taking a breath to switch out the legs. And as you're ready, we'll inhale, arms come overhead, turn to the toes. Exhale, reaching for your left foot, letting your head hang, staying connected to your deep, steady breath. Next inhale, gently rise back up. And from here, we'll make our way into a tabletop position where we'll warm up the spine with Pigeon, cat-cows. Inhale, dropping the belly, cow pose. Exhale, arching the back, cat pose. We're just moving with our own breath cycle here. Coming back to our neutral spine, take a deep breath in. Exhale, sending your hips back, reaching forward, Balasana, child's pose. Third eye to mat connection, deep breaths here. Walking our hands over to the left side of the mat, sending your breath to the right side body, staying connected to that nice deep breath. And we'll come back to center for a deep breath here. And we'll walk our hands over to the right side of the mat, sending our breath to the left side body. Deep breaths. And coming back to center, we'll do one more deep breath here. Next inhale, we're going to rise back up to tabletop, finding cat-cow, or any organic movement that's calling to you. Maybe it's hip side to side. Maybe it's Balasana to up dog. Listen to your body. Coming back to a neutral spine, we'll inhale, right hand into the sky, rolling out the wrist, opening up through the front of the chest. And exhale, right hand sails across the chest, left hand reaches forward, finding thread the needle. This is a beautiful place to stay. If you'd like to go further, that left hand can reach behind the back, finding a partial bind. Deep breaths here. And releasing our left hand back down to the mat. We'll use that to push ourselves back up to tabletop, moving through cat-cows or whatever organic movement is calling to you. Coming back to a neutral spine. Next inhale, bring your left hand into the sky, rolling out the wrist, opening up through the front of the chest. And exhale, left hand sails across the chest, right hand reaches forward, finding thread the needle on the other side. Feel free to stay here, or you can reach that right hand behind you, finding a partial bind. Deep breaths. And releasing that right hand back down to the mat. We'll use that to push ourselves back up to tabletop, where we'll find some more organic movement. Coming back to a neutral spine, take a deep breath in. Exhale, sending the hips back, reaching forward. We're coming back to Balasana, child's pose. Next inhale, we're rounding the spine, coming forward, hips drop. We're pushing ourselves up into an upward facing dog, Urdhva Mukha Savasana. Tucking the toes, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hips come into the air, Adho Mukha Savasana, downward facing dog. It's our first down dog of the practice, so feel free to pedal out your knees, move your hips. Take what you need. From here, we're going to walk our feet towards our hands, grabbing either elbow, putting a good bend in the knee for forward fold. Deep breaths here. We can nod the head yes, shake it no, and just help that cervical spine release. We'll inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, let it fall. Placing our hands on the mat, we'll walk it back out to a downward facing dog. Pedaling out the knees if you need. Next inhale brings our right leg into the sky, bending the knee to open the hip. Exhale, right foot steps between the hands, left knee drops. We're finding low lunge. Really sending your breath to that inner left hip crease. And from here, we're going to heel toe our foot over to the left side. Knee drops down as we're finding Kapotasana, pigeon pose. Deep breaths here. This is a beautiful place to stay, but if you'd like to go a little deeper in your practice, you can bend that back leg, reaching behind you. Maybe finding a mermaid pose. Maybe finding a king pigeon if that's what you're working on. And just listening to your body. Releasing that back leg if you took it. We'll do one more deep breath in. Exhale, gently lowering down to the mat. Coming into a sleeping pigeon. We are here for quite a few deep breaths, so take whatever micro adjustment you need to get nice and comfortable. Next inhale, we're gently pushing ourselves back up to Kapotasana Pigeon. Tucking the left toes, left knee raises, right foot meets the left in downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Savasana. Taking whatever stillness or movement is calling to you. As you're ready, next inhale brings left leg into the sky, bending the knee to really open the hip. Exhale, left foot steps between the hands, right knee drops. We're coming into a low lunge on the other side. Really sending our breath to that inner right hip crease. And bringing your hands down to the mat, left foot, heel, toes over to the right side. Left knee drops as we find Kapotasana Pigeon pose on the other side. We'll start off in an active pigeon here. And if you took the option on the other side to bend that back leg, finding your mermaid or your king pigeon, do so again here. Let's try to keep it even. And releasing that back leg if you took it. We'll do one more deep breath in. Exhale, gently lowering down to the mat, finding our way to a sleeping pigeon, taking whatever micro adjustment you need to get nice and comfortable. Deep breaths here. The next inhale, we'll gently rise back up. Hands on the mat, tucking the right toes, right knee raises. Deep breath in. Exhale, left foot meets the right, downward facing dog. Next inhale, rounding the spine, coming forward, hips drop, upward facing dog. Exhale, send the hips back, Balasana, child's pose. Next inhale, we're going to rise back up, finding our way back to butterfly pose. Soles of the feet together. We're at the top of the mat. Hands can be on the belly, the heart, wherever they feel best. And we'll just take a deep breath here. Not rushing through this practice. Rather enjoying every deep breath. Exhale, we'll gently lower our upper bodies down to the mat as we find our way into a reclined butterfly. Once again, taking whatever little adjustment you need to get nice and cozy. Maybe it's blocks under the knees. Maybe it's blocks under the feet. Listen to your body. Deep breaths here. And from here, we'll bring the knees together. Heels come by the hips. And we'll cross our left leg over the right. As you're ready, right leg comes on up as we grab either the thigh or calf here in a supine figure 4. Right leg can be bent or straight. Really asking your body, what do I need? Gently releasing your right leg back down to the mat. We'll take a breath to switch it out, right over left. And as you're ready, left leg comes on up into the sky. As we bend our knee, finding our way into a supine figure 4. Finding the version of this pose that feels best on your body. We'll gently lower our left leg back down to the mat. Uncrossing the leg, taking a deep breath in. Exhale, hugging the knees into the chest. Give yourself some love. Releasing your head back down to the mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, knees sail to the right. Upper body twists to the left for a supine twist. Deep breaths here. We'll inhale back to center. Exhale, knees sail to the left. Upper body twists to the right for a supine twist on the other side. Taking whatever micro adjustment you need. Next inhale brings us back to center. Exhale, hugging the knees one last time. Releasing your head back down to the mat, we'll grab the outer edges of the feet, finding a Nanda Balasana, happy baby. Rocking from side to side. And as you're ready, we'll gently release into our final Savasana corpse pose. Palms facing up. Eyes are closed. Feel free to take on whatever restorative pose sounds best to you. Maybe that's a reclined butterfly. Maybe it's legs up the wall. And as we continue to breathe, take notice if you're still holding on to tension anywhere in your body. Allowing your jaw to release, the muscles in your face to relax, your shoulders and hips to melt down as your whole body relaxes in Savasana. Feel free to stay here as long as you need. But whenever you're ready, we'll gently wake the body back up by wiggling the fingers and the toes. You can gently roll to the side as we push ourselves back up to a comfortable seated position, Sukhasana, where we'll meet with our hands at heart center in Anjali Mudra, sealing in all of the good energy from today's practice. Thank you all so much for being here, for showing up for yourselves. The light, love, and divinity in me honors the light, love, and divinity in you. Thumbs come to the third eye, we bow. Namaste.